Hello, hi, welcome and thank you for being here. Let's get you some clarity. We're going to start with the energy oracle today to see what the underlying energy is and get you some clarity. This reading is timeless, collective. See what feels like it resonates, and always follow and trust that divine guidance that's in you, to your higher self, to God, to source, to the universe. The answer's in you, and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions are sound and based in love, for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Rose is actually here on the chair with me. So let's get you a little clarity. Let's see what God's source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. What is the main energy focus? Helpful for the collective, please and thank you. Then, oh well, okay, so we're starting with a little love. There's somebody that's holding their heart in their hand, maybe awaiting for the right timing to ask you out, to do something special. If this is somebody that was closed off, this is somebody who is now opening up, maybe very specifically to you. Maybe it's specifically opening up about how they feel. There's definitely somebody who's opening up their heart. This guy has his hair all he just got out of bed or got out of the convertible. He puffed it all up for you, and his chest is there open. I am getting that this is somebody who feels confident with you, or confident about how they feel with you. Whether they've said it or not is another story. Let's see why the man holding a heart is coming on in. Let's go to something different though. Let's clarify it with the Lenormand. Tell us more about the man holding a heart. I feel like I hear captured, but not captured, but almost like somebody captured his heart. Maybe there's one specific person that makes this man's heart pitter patter a little heavier than normal. I feel like there's something deeper. I also feel like this is somebody who doesn't just open up. I don't feel like this is somebody with their heart on their sleeve. I feel like this is somebody, I'm actually getting somebody very picky about who gets to hold their heart. So maybe this is somebody who held back for a while to make sure that, it was the right timing, the right person, the right decision, the right direction. Let's see. Clarify man holding a heart. That was really quick. What is this? Oh, something's going to happen. Maybe something, struck like lightning pretty fast. Maybe this love did come in fast. There's something that's kind of shocking or awakening. I'm getting that this person is waking up to love. I'm getting that somebody is waking up their heart, that maybe it does feel a little like a disruption because maybe it was unexpected, or who it's towards is unexpected, who they're connecting to, how big it is. There's electricity here. So I am getting there's a lot of chemistry, because all I see is that electricity in the air. Maybe this is somebody that's in your life you just kind of flirt with, but there's actually a storm of brewing underneath, way bigger than the flirts that you see. I just heard passing me by the far side. That was maybe something passed them by before, and they're not going to let this pass them by. I'm getting that, I don't know. It's somebody, I'm getting really love. I'm getting somebody who really loves a thunderstorm, but an actual thunderstorm. So let's go to something totally different. Let's go to this one because my hand's on it. Let's go to the wisdom of the oracle. Clarify lightning. Wow, look at that. Look at the synchronicity. Hold on. Where are my glasses? Make sure I'm reading these numbers right. You have two totally different decks, and I think the same number came through. Maybe somebody is 45 years old, the number 45, or if it goes to a 9, that's an almost completion. Maybe something had to finally be wrapped up for there to be a new beginning. These are both number 45. 45. That's pretty cool. So let's see. I just heard Coming Back, but the song by Citizen Cope, but I can't get like the melody. So maybe something is coming back for some of you, or maybe this is just love coming back into your life. Clarify, man holding a heart and lightning, shock, disruption, and awakening. Well, now you got a balance. You got the yin energy coming in, and let's like stare at that in TikTok. So maybe it is now the time. TikTok. I also feel like for some reason this clock is special because all of those numbers, we were looking at numbers, are like bouncing off the clock. So I feel like there's something about maybe a connection that feels timeless. Maybe this has been lifetimes. Maybe it's when you and a certain person, not only is there electricity, but it's like the clock just stops, or you wish it would. Number 30, and here you have number 2. So now you have a yin energy. So if this is a masculine energy over here, they do look like they are waiting, which is a feminine trait. So maybe this is a masculine energy finding more balance between their masculine and their feminine. Or maybe there's somebody that has been waiting, but it's also that strong feminine energy when you know what to also allow in. You don't just let anything come in. There's that, there's also that balance. I feel like there had to be something blocked. Maybe it was even, I hear it like gentle guidelines. Let's see. Let's continue. I feel like we should go to the, I feel like we should like peel back the layers with the divine truth here. Get a little more specific, because you do have a balance, whether this is in one person or in a partnership, and it has nothing to do with gender. It's energy. But this yin energy is where something is, coming in. So maybe there was a wait for a long time, maybe waiting for the storm to blow over. I just heard Orange Colored Sky. That's such a good song. That is like one of my favorite jazz songs. I was walking along, that would make sense with the lightning here. Minding my business, went out of the orange colored sky. Flash, bam, alakazam, wonderful you came by. So it's like somebody just kind of walking, minding their own business, doing their thing, going grocery shopping, whatever, and wham, there's that person. Like electricity, they just know. So maybe this is like that kind of tower where all of a sudden love just comes in. What are you gonna do differently? Here it is. Ready, set, go. So let's go to the divine truth. Let's see what's going on. Tell us more about yin. 2, lightning 45, and man holding a heart also 45, please, and thank you. Together. And yeah, something is coming together. There's a weird way that you met, or it was written in the stars. Maybe timing felt like it was off. Maybe you and a certain person meeting felt like it created a lot of storms in your life, but that storm comes as a cleanse. Maybe this is a change that needed to happen for a while. There's definitely somebody that's into your style, whatever it is, whether it's your style of communication, your actual physical style. But I just see the way you walk. There's somebody that wants to watch you walk. I know that's really silly. I feel like if somebody was sitting on the fence or sitting on the bench, they are no longer like Ferdinand under the tree there. I just thought of Fernando. Is that ABBA? I can't think of how that song... I can't think of how that song goes, but I feel like there's something maybe in those lyrics you need to listen to. I feel like maybe if you're sitting on the fence, you're making a decision together now. How we found each other, we're meant to be together forever and ever and ever and ever in eternity. This is somebody that knows you've had lifetimes together. So I'm getting an instant soul connection. They also just you do it for them. There's something about the way you dress. They love the way you smell, the way you carry yourself. This person just finds you really attractive. I feel like I just heard that "Can't Take My Eyes Off of You" song. You're too good to be true. Maybe somebody thought this was too good to be true. Maybe it's having some experiences to see that maybe it's not just a fairy tale, but the reality is even better. I heard "better together." Is that I feel like I'm getting a lot of songs. I feel like that might be a Jack Johnson song. Clarity on "Together," style, yin, man holding a heart, and a little lightning. So maybe for some of you, I did hear "coming back." So maybe for some of you, this is somebody coming back with an apology, to make amends, filling in the gaps, helping clarify something that was confusing. Maybe somebody acted like a dumbass. I'm getting some kind of like, I don't know. I hear "back on track," but I feel like there was something, I'm actually getting schedule wise, or maybe just in life timing wise, that was misaligned before, and something is either divinely coming to alignment just at the right time, or somebody actually made that happen. Whether it's rearranging their schedule, or maybe making a little more room for love or for you. I do feel like this apology has something to do with timing, or maybe it's that sitting on a decision for a little too long. Maybe some of you moved on. If somebody took you for granted, that's just crap. You know, if they didn't recognize your beautiful heart vibration, male or female, when you were there, maybe they didn't even realize they caused, I hear, an uproar in your life, or a thunderstorm of emotions. I've learned my lesson. I am so sorry. If somebody has learned their lesson, that is good. I almost want to give whoever this is a big spiritual, hey, high five. Like, good job, because a lot of people F up, do weird things, say the wrong thing, make mistakes, but they don't have that self-awareness to consciously change. So this is somebody who's not throwing the blame on somebody else. They're recognizing their own role they did or did not play in a situation, and they're willing to do something differently now. I feel like this is somebody that does need to maybe hear your side of the story. If this is you and you need to apologize to someone, whether it's to be with them, or just because this is somebody maybe at one point you did care about, even if some of you have moved along, I'm getting that somebody on the other side of this apology was really hurt and needs somebody to like man up, woman up, and take accountability for something. I don't feel like everyone on the other side wants that person back, but I do feel like the accountability is really important, because nobody wants to be taken, for granted. So there's somebody that learned their lesson and they are so sorry. I feel like some of you, I know this is not what some of you want to hear, but I do feel like for some of you, you might not get that apology. I do feel like this person's higher self right now is bringing this message in for you, because they do want to apologize to you, but I don't think everyone is so good with the words. Maybe for some of you, there has been a long time. You do have that TikTok that happened, and it feels like it's just too late or too weird to come back and readdress something or bring something back up. Maybe there was not even closure, but I feel like this person's higher self does want you to know that whether they call you up and say they're sorry or not, they feel it. They've gone through something because of whatever they did or did not do, and they are changing. So for some of you, it is somebody that's coming back in different because they want to show you how they have changed. And I do feel like if some of you have that person that has left your life, they really, I heard, threw you for a loop. And I don't feel like that was a good loop. Maybe you went in circles with someone for a little while until you finally got out of it. I see a bird actually like flying out of a cage. So maybe that was gaining your freedom. I still feel like you're going to have the right person come in. That maybe even if you go through something over here, you have a weird situation happen, you're going to see that this person tries to resolve it right away. Like they don't want to sit there in the weird energy, you know, the weird argument, the miscommunication, whatever it is somebody that wants to at least have a discussion because they want to make it better, which is really sweet. I also feel like some of you might be connecting to somebody that maybe that's what happens. They do want to make something better, but somebody might also not be the let's talk about it right now and get it fixed kind of person. For some of you, recognize your person's or your new person's energy. For some of you, you might be with somebody that needs to just, you know, let that electricity die down a little bit, and maybe they just need a little bit of space, and they're going to come back around and calmly discuss something with you when their energy is a little bit, I'm getting like more gentle. So let's get another one. Clarify, apology, TikTok, yin, lightning, love the way you dress, you smell. It's weird because I heard roses. And then I did hear the Outcast song, like roses really smell like ooh, ooh, ooh. So, I mean, maybe somebody somewhere didn't, I don't know. They were like, they thought that, I hear the cats meow. I'm getting weird messages. They thought they were the cats meow, and they didn't realize that their actions or their energy was actually kind of smelly and stinky. But maybe this is just, you know, somebody that you are really attracted to, even if they are smelly and stinky. I have somebody at my door. I'm going to be right back. That was my sister. She just brought me dinner. I also stopped that exactly at 1717. So maybe star times 2, 88, 16, which kind of takes you back to the tower, which could be that lightning energy. Let's get one more from, are you leaving? Are you going down? I thought you were going to hang out with me. Go ahead, you can go if you want. Okay. She smells the food over there. It made her hungry. She's going to her own, she went to her own food bowl and she's eating. She's funny. All right, so maybe it's dinner time, or there's something about dinner or getting a visitor out of nowhere. Let's see. Let's get one more from the Divine Truth. What is a final message from the Divine Truth on this connection? Oh, the final message is you are getting a love offer. Maybe somebody is calling you up. Maybe I just heard clearing the cobwebs first. Maybe somebody had to clear their own cobwebs. I did see a rose. So there's also kind of like a lotus here. Somebody's getting dressed up pretty snazzy in their pink suit or outfit. I mean, that could be a bikini for some of you. Whatever it is, somebody is kind of dressing up to impress. Somebody wants to offer you not just a date, not just a moment, not just an apology, but they want to offer you the world. And they want to promise something that they follow through with again and again and again. This is somebody who wants to offer you the world. They promise that you will have the best version of them. So this is beautiful, because this is somebody that was working on themselves, whoever this is coming in. And I feel like you also have been doing the same. We're all a work in progress, you know, no one's ever at that perfect place. So I do feel like there is a time where you're going to come together and there is some kind of progress or growth or even healing that is going to, I see you escalating, like going up an escalator. So maybe something was like stepping stones before. It took a little extra effort, but there's something where you can continue to step. But with that, like when you go to the airport and you walk on that thing and it makes you go really fast so you don't miss your plane. I kind of see that, but spiritually. But maybe it's also the depth of a partnership that's growing, where all of a sudden you got the right momentum on top of the right foundation and something's just moving along like way better, way easier. That was kind of cool. All right, let's see what's going on here. I want to do something a little different. I did bring this, so I want to use it. This is the place. So let's just see what comes out. Maybe this is a place of importance, prominence, something you already connect to, or to look towards, or look forward to, or take note of. What is a place of prominence that would be helpful for the collective to know about today? Please and thank you. What is the most important place of prominence? A bustling, what is it? A bustling hub. Maybe some of you are connecting in like a street fair or a farmer's market, or I don't know why. Is there a, wow, I just thought of a song by Bright Lights. I think that is by Matchbox 20. It's really old and I cannot think of how it goes. Maybe you connect to the city, a bustling hub, social nexus, lively activities, and a cultural melting pot. So maybe something was on the back burner. Maybe this is, I'm getting a blend. Maybe it's a blend of cultures between you and this person, a blend of different ideas that you can merge together to, you know, find your own perfect stew. Maybe somebody's been stewing on something for a little bit, you know, a little while. But I feel like somebody here is gathering ingredients for something. Because look at all that, you know, fruit, vegetables. So I do feel like there's going to maybe be a chance encounter when you're out and about. But I also see somebody out and about doing some planning. And I feel like that pertains to you. But for some of you, if this is not about this love situation, maybe you're gathering the right tools, ingredients, even contacts, maybe different people that can help you out. Because it says network. That can help you out with a project that you're working on. Actually, let's make this well-rounded and let's see. I did bring the career and life. The little man with a heart kind of took this to love land right away. I looked at that 22. But let's get you a message on career and life, just to be well-rounded in this reading. For some of you, you're meeting somebody who knows like a friend of a friend of a friend. What is that? Like the 6 degrees separation? It has to do with Kevin Bacon for some reason. So maybe you find that you have mutual friends that you didn't know about. Or you're I don't know. You're being introduced to somebody's family or friend group or bestie. Cultural melting pot. I like that. This makes me feel like, you know, I loved living in New York City. I loved it. I just, you every day you got to meet somebody from, you know, a different culture, a different part of the world. Some are there for a week. Some are there, you know, for some were born there. Some were there for, you know, I don't know why I hear a year, but it was mind opening, you know, it just to get to see even what is your style, just to see everyone's, you know, unique sense of style, the acceptance of everyone to just be themselves. And now, you know, that's the only huge city that I've lived in. I've been to other cities, but, you know, in New York, there was just something about like, I just thought of the Big Bird dude. I guess that has to come through. So there was a guy that I met one time, and he had just come from a costume party wearing a huge Big Bird costume. And I was like, "Oh, you look pretty good. What are you doing?" And you know, he talked about his night or whatnot. And then I saw him a few days later wearing the Big Bird costume again. I was like, "Did you have another party?" And he was like, "No." He goes, "This was the best way I've ever found to meet girls." Because I guess he felt like it was so outlandish that everybody wanted to say like, "Oh, I like your Big Bird costume. Oh, look at, you're so cute." Like, and all these like, you know, fun things that people would say to him. And I don't think he was naturally the that social, you know, like, so this was a way for him to have something weird, you know, it's that peacock moment to stand out, to open up. And apparently, like, he met all of these fun girls because they complimented his big bird costume. So he'd put it on, and yet it's a city where you could put on a big bird costume, walk around the city, and people don't even care. They don't even look twice. They're like, oh, they're going to work today, you know? So, now it's interesting. Now I see a big bird, too big for the cage. So maybe something felt a little, you do have that, what is that, disruption? I feel like if there was a caged situation, or somebody felt like they were outgrowing their space, whatever that is, somebody is opening up that cage door. And I feel like those beautiful wings are going to feel so good when you realize you can fly, whatever that is. Interesting. What did I even grab? Oh, wait. Okay. This is the career and life. Focus, guys. All right. Let's get one career and life message. Big bird got me sidetracked, man. What is one career? That was so quick. This keeps coming through for you guys. So yeah, you're getting signs, whatever it is, synchronistic messages, somebody's birth date, energetic signs. I'm even getting overhearing conversations that other people are having. And it's almost like, were they just there when you were talking to your friend about that thing? Like, how are they talking about almost the same thing? Or it's like an answer is right there in front of your face. You just have to maybe look up. I'm getting that something had to be translated. So maybe it's just that I'm getting, there has to be, I am definitely getting that there could have been mismatch text, or, you know, like when your phone does the automatic thing and it sends something out, or when somebody reads a text and they're not getting the person's inflections or their humor or their mannerisms. So something can be taken way out of context or wrong. So I am getting there has to be face-to-face communication. But I see that there's something that it's almost like, I don't know if this is just an energy thing that I'm getting. It's almost like even if this person speaks a different language than you get each other perfectly. Like you can still read each other's minds. I'm getting a lot of telepathy. Like you can finish each other's sentences. Maybe somebody is, somebody does speak more than one language or learning a new language. I'm also, I don't know why I see sign language. So maybe it is body language. Reading somebody's, you know, definitely reading somebody's body language can say a lot, usually subconsciously, about how somebody is feeling, even more than their words. Sometimes people can have perfect words, but their body tells all. So you are putting together the pieces of the puzzle from the signs you are getting. So you're getting signs, so you put together this puzzle and pay attention to the coincidences that you're experiencing, because there's something that's actually not a coincidence. You were supposed to be at a certain place at just the right time. Somebody was brought into your life for a specific connection. Let's see. I feel like we should clarify, but I feel like I'm kind of a mess here. Let me organize. I'll be right back. All right, we're gonna do an angel number. Rose is back on her chair. And then I feel like this is the one. This is the only one that I looked at the bottom of the deck. So there's something about this tick-tock energy, time, like tick-tock, time is running out, or time is of the essence, or the time is now. That is important. So let's go to the numbers and see what's an extra message for you. What's an extra message for the collective, please, and thank you. Because it's transformative, there's transformation happening. It's 555. That is something that's going to change. Release old habits, embrace new opportunities for growth and trust in the universe's plan for you. So this is up to you right now to release anything that you know, that's that bird getting too big for the cage. So there's something that doesn't feel like it fits anymore. And there's something that is going to fit you just right, tailor-made for you, that is coming on in, but you have to have that space and openness to receive, like this yin energy. So maybe it's the masculine energy that is letting go, or the masculine energy in you that is, you know, moving away from something and walking towards something else, but it's also being open when the right thing comes in, not pushing the right thing away. So let's go to the tarot. I have this is like the vintage tarot. We're gonna go just kind of general old tarot here. And first ask about that TikTok energy. Why is the TikTok energy here? Please clarify. Why is TikTok here? Ask about the TikTok clock. It's also an offer. Maybe there's an offer that only has like, you know, an offer is on the table there. Yeah, because it's even this clock as like somebody is holding on to it now. It looks like they're about to either catch it or let it go. And if they let it go, it looks like that balloon is going to take something away. Something's going to float right out of your hands instead of slipping out of your hands, which is interesting because I feel like it is still that elevated kind of energy. It's not like falling to the ground and breaking. It's being lifted towards maybe the winds of change or something different. Let's see. Clarify TikTok. Why is TikTok here? Because it's an offer of love. The offer is on the table. There's a new beginning that is right in front of you. You know, do you take a sip? Do you see if this is fulfilling to your heart? Whether this beginning is with a certain person, whether this beginning is maybe even being on a different page, but having understanding that you're in two different books and you're gonna do something a different way, or getting into the same chapter, the same page, and the same like romance as somebody else. Because I feel like for some of you, you get to have this apology, but then you still go your separate ways. And I feel like for some of you, you have the right person that wants to be on that page with you, even if it gets out of alignment. But this is a beginning in love. It's also you trusting your intuition here and allowing the signs that come to you, guide you. Having, I'm getting that, I heard telepathy again, but that psychic connection directly to source, because the Ace of Cups is that energy of water. It's intuition. It's trusting it, not shunning it away or saying, oh, that's just a coincidence, and then just kind of not giving it the appropriate validation. The more you validate something, the more you notice the synchronistic numbers, you know, the names that pop up, the things that you were just talking about, thinking about, popping up in your outer world, the more it does happen, the more it does guide you. But if this is coming through for the TikTok, it could be where somebody is recognizing that even if the timing feels like it's a little disruptive, it's in the middle of a storm, you know, why would love come right now? Then it's still, I don't know, taking hold of it even when you feel like the timing was off, it's not. Now you have these two big hands coming out of the ether. One is holding a clock and one is holding this chalice of love that is just ever flowing into this pond or pool or ocean. You have all these lilies here. So I do feel like you have that dove of peace coming in, and it looks like it's almost bringing a pentacle. So it's this peaceful energy diving right on into that chalice of love with a tangible offer to ground something, to make it a real experience, not just emotions that you feel. I always see that Ace of Cups when it's upside down. It could be the hard choice that if something does not feel right for you or feel right for you anymore, to say thank you, no thank you. You know, offer that cup back and know that maybe you need to take that cup and offer it to someone else. I don't think this is the right place for it. But if you feel like it's the right place and you never take a sip, you never put the experiences in, you're never gonna know. If you're like, oh, I'll get to that later, put it on the back burner, put that cup of love up there on the shelf, it maybe is gonna dry up, or somebody else is going to walk by and recognize, hey, that's a nice cup of love there, and they're going to take a sip. So Ace of Cups is a brand new beginning. The beginning is right around the corner. Somebody wants to make you the love offer, but they don't want it to just be the beginning. They want it to be forever over here. So clarify Ace of Cups, please, and thank you. What is the Ace of Cups all about? Bringing something back into balance. You have Justice. Maybe you're connecting to a Libra energy. Maybe this beginning happens after a big decision is made. It's seeing something through that elevated perspective, a neutral position, where you can see both sides of a situation, both sides of the coin, the connecting factor in between. I always feel like Justice is so imbalanced when it's upside down that it's just so uncomfortable until you finally have to make a decision. It could be where there was outside circumstances, and until those outside circumstances settle, or, you know, that, what do they call it? The thing that you hit. Gavel is like, you know, put down, that maybe then something can come back into balance. So it could be that there had to be a contract, anything that has to do with the law. Maybe there can't be a beginning until somebody signs the papers, whatever that is. But I mean, those papers can be anything. They can be a settlement, having to do with any kind of lawsuit. It can be justice of the peace. It could be a divorce. It could be, you know, anything where a fair decision should be made across the board. But I feel like there's something in this Justice card where there's something hidden. Something has to be revealed first behind that curtain for those scales to truly be imbalanced. So maybe that is a conversation. Why is Justice here? Tell us about Justice. It's usually adjustment. Adjustment is coming into somebody's life. Transformation is happening to bring someone back into balance, because somebody sees this Empress as having the, I heard the fairest of them all, but I'm actually getting, what is that? The Snow White, not the witch. So maybe somebody, I don't know. That was a weird thing to see. Maybe there was somebody that was jelly over somebody's kind heart. The Empress would still treat that lovingly. The Empress is the divine feminine. I mean, you have almost like a double whammy here, because you got the yin energy times 2. You know, when the Empress is in her full divinity, she's kind of a badass. She can do whatever, basically whatever she wants, but she's really strong to know who deserves to be in her energy and who does not. The Empress had to learn really how valuable she is, because I heard the bomb diggity, hey. So, I mean, basically, yeah, she's the shit, you know. She's that Mother Nature can nurture anything that she puts her mind, her heart, her soul into, her energy into. She can birth things, and then she stays for that whole creation process. The Empress is also somebody who had to learn self-love. The Empress is somebody who believes in others. Why is the Empress coming in? I mean, that could be you. How you are seen. I feel like with these, somebody wants a new beginning because they found their Empress. And that's why big decisions are happening over here, because there was something that was maybe imbalanced or needed to be let go of. And there's a big, beautiful, bright future to look forward to. So tell us about the Empress. Let's get a little deeper. I want to know about the Empress. Please and thank you. What do we need to know about the Empress? That didn't flip, but that was the wrong way. Maybe it flipped before and I didn't notice. So you have 2 aces. You have this overwhelming, beautiful emotion and intuition, and now you got a little passion. This is also kind of like a feminine masculine thing. Somebody finds this Empress really attractive. Maybe this Empress finds this man with a heart really attractive. It's definitely a brand new beginning. I feel like there's a big swing energy coming through, but is this beginning going to start? Are these changes going to happen first? Are these chains going to be broken? Because you have the Devil at the bottom, so it is releasing anything that doesn't fit anymore. I did see that mirror on the wall. So maybe there was somebody that wasn't, I don't know, even maybe restricted a brand new beginning. I'm getting really selfish energy with that mirror on the wall. I mean, selfish energy is the Devil. But I feel like this Devil came in to overcome. This Devil came in to tap into the energy of strength. You know, looking the Devil in the face and saying, what? You have no power over me. I heard a child of God. So maybe it is breaking these chains. Keeping the bird in the cage. I feel like the Devil is sometimes obsession. It's the too much energy. You know, too much of anything will create imbalance. So maybe that needed to be adjusted, or somebody needed to recognize where there's an energy that is just not healthy. It's not a healthy energy. But it can be sometimes, because you got to look at every card different ways. It can be a really strong energy. It can be a Capricorn energy. It can also be somebody powerful enough to speak their truth, you know, to own their worth. That as powerful as whatever this energy is, not as powerful as they think they are, because they always have to use like tactics to actually get what they want. And it just, I hear, complicates and restricts. But this can also be a super sassy energy where somebody just really can't take their eyes off of you, because it's like almost like they're being chained to something or a focus on a beginning. And the longer they wait to make it happen or ask someone out or to open up their heart, it feels like they're chaining themselves down, almost getting like a, almost getting the energy of self-sabotage a little bit. So let's just put that aside. We're not going to give that too much attention, but if it came through, it needed to. So let's get one final message from the bottom. I'm just going to shuffle a bunch of times and see what's the underlying focus, the foundation here. What is the foundational final message for the collective? That something's going to happen really fast. TikTok, we're circulating back to this. So this could be where somebody was a little obsessive and it was a little bit of that love bomb thing. It could also be where somebody knows they finally need to move because the time is now. This is where there's finally communication, maybe after restriction. Or not after miscommunication, misalignment. I just heard an unhealthy attitude. Maybe this is somebody who tried to keep somebody else and or chain themselves into a situation that they knew wasn't healthy and perhaps resisted the change to something brand new. A brand new beginning can scare the shit out of some people, especially if it's with this open heart and the depth that the Empress would want and require, because now it's going to a spiritual connection. It's not superficial. It requires somebody to be vulnerable. It requires, I'm getting a lot of passionate communication, but truthful communication. Sometimes this is also the group text, or we can go back to where was your networking. It can be like the upload or group text, something like that, where there's all these conversations or creative, ideas coming through all at once. But how do you direct them into the right alignment so they get somewhere, so they hit the target? there is something that is aligned here. I feel like there's something between this start and this beginning here and this 8 where I'm getting it's that escalator thing I saw. It's that. It's like this is somebody like having that passion to begin. Action is needed here with this. You know, it's 3, 2, 1, go. But once you start to move, all of a sudden it snowballs in the right direction. It's like, you know, you have that momentum, but it's like the universe is working to make it even expand farther, to work, I heard to work itself out. I feel like something's going to take off really fast, but you have to have this, what is this? You have to have this trust in yourself, and I'm even getting a lot of confidence that you can have a new beginning. So I think I have it here. Let's end with one more. Let's get you a final, sum it all up of what's coming in. I feel like a lot of you have to get ready for something. Like if you don't see it coming, it's coming. If you haven't heard from somebody, they're going to start talking. If you feel itchy, like you're the one that needs to be doing the talking, then you're going to know when that time comes and it's time to just go. I feel like some of you need to open up. Finally, I heard finally. Because I see text now. I see that. I kept getting like a phone. I feel like somebody was like, I don't know, texting something, and then, you know, when you see the dots and then it kind of goes away, like somebody backtracked on something. So final message, helpful for the collective today. Please and thank you. I hope this reading was helpful. Thank you for giving this reading a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys being here with me. This stressful situation, I saw the almost ending, is coming to an end. We are sending positive energy, financial help, miracles, and hey, just to end this on an amazing high note, life-changing blessings your way. So when those blessings come in, be open to receive them. Be grateful that they happened. Even be grateful for anything stressful you went through. Sometimes you need a little divine friction. You need, you know, even a hard lesson or something that felt like it was too much to gain that strength. I just see like Superman, like, oh yeah, chains? That's what you think. You didn't know I was Superman or woman here of the spiritual world living on earth, and I'm going to just break those chains, melt them like they're nothing. So I also like that it's the financial help too. If some of you were really stressed, finances can stress someone out for sure, you know, and especially because you did have justice here. It has to do with, you know, any kind of separation, or even how the finances will be if this is like buying a property or starting a business, anything like that. It's telling you you're going to be taken care of. It's telling you there's going to be balance and fairness. And I don't know why, I just, I saw you diving into a rainbow. That was really weird to see at the end of this. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it's diving into where you feel completely aligned in all of your chakras. Or maybe because you had that lightning, it's the rainbow that comes at the end of that storm. But that storm is coming in to cleanse. I keep hearing electric at the end here. I don't know. I feel like somebody's like zapped back on. Like where, I don't know. It was almost like there was a silent alarm that was going on before. You know, those really annoying like alarms, not the like cool ones on your phone, but the like, it was like that, but it was kind of silent, but not, because it was like internal under the surface. I feel like that goes off. And it's like, and then I feel like this energy comes and like all of a sudden somebody wakes up and they felt like whatever they went through, they were like, oh God, thank God, that was just a weird bad dream. and all of a sudden where they are feels so beautiful. I am not sure what that was, but that was beautiful to see at the end here. I hope this reading was helpful. I love you so much. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.